So now it's Robbie Russell, Scotland international, not involved in the Scottish reckoning at the moment. He'll want to put some big club performances together. He's got the ball now, doesn't want to get shuffled off the field of play, so stays infield. Geraghty having a look, oh, it nearly gets away. London Irish enjoying some good possession now. Round the fringes. Cat, lovely pass, oh, this is excellent.
Great try from Irish there. Good build-up. You've got a man of his pace and power coming on a straight line with great hands from Mapasua. But again, I think Cat orchestrated just running across the pitch, dragging the defenders onto him.
They deliver that move with such pace.
You see Cat there. Steinmetz at fault there. Just gets sucked in and leaves the gap for Laguzamon. You see here, number 13 coming into the picture. Could possibly have stayed out.
And nobody is going to stop the Argentinian international from there. People off their seats. Geraghty knocks it over. 7-3. So Ulster, having conceded 6 penalties already, 5 in the London Irish half. So as soon as they get into a decent position territorially, they just cough it straight up. At the moment, anyway. Geraghty clipping it through. He's got all the skills. Cat volleys it on. Can Cat finish this one? Look at the bounce! He has got it! Oh-ho-ho! Geraghty and Cat working beautifully together.
That is out of the top drawer. That's straight off the training park. You'll see it in the replay. The decoy runner. Cat's always coming through on it, but the skill from Cat when he gets through, outstanding. You can see the cheeky grin on his face. Super kick as well from off the left foot from Geraghty.
That was sensational from Geraghty.
You can see Mapasua. Cat runs around behind him. Flicks up. Good control there as well. You can see here Mapasua comes in. There it is.
The skill off that left foot for Geraghty was just inch perfect in terms of the power that he put on it. Big bang, rolls him back. Just a nudge under 21 stones to go up against Justin Fitzpatrick, who's no lightweight himself. Driving on, London Irish. Really close now. It's the forwards that have the ball. So close, the referee having a look. And again, they drive. Desperate defence from Ulster. London Irish organise themselves, pick and go again. It's slow ball. Another drive from London Irish. London Irish backs weight. Now, Geraghty! Sensational!
Absolutely sensational. Just to have the nerve to do it at this stage of a game as well. And he just glided through. He offloaded all those all day on the switches. Just decided to keep it at the right time. Sign of a great player in the making. Watch the defence. The two, Humphreys and Wallace, get caught. 10 and 12, just pinned.
Well, he's smiling before it goes over. He keeps his head down for the 2 points, and London Irish are looking very good now. Neil Best was lurking.
Enough to put him off.
Gonzalo Chiesi there, confirmation. Part of that famous win at Twickenham over England. Nick Kennedy having a breather now. James Hudson now into the thick of it. Slots in with Bob Casey. London Irish used all their replacements. And they're driving into Ulster.
Stop, scrum again, white ball. Scrum again.
It shows you having 3 front row subs on the bench can be quite destructive late on in a game.
2 Springboks in that front row. Van Rautenbach and Danny Coetzee. There's Rautenbach, more than a solid unit.
Absolutely, touching 21 stones almost. And I think they've turned it over. They've got the attacking scrum now.
Stop.
The clock ticks on.
You must take the pressure. Scrum again.
Ulster desperate for possession, but they got to upset
Engage.
the likes of Rautenbach.
Use it.
Use it, says the referee. Murphy flips it to Hodgson. Ulster trying to steal this ball. Have they got it? They have. Boss, Humphreys, Bartholomew's. Quite a bit of injury time, so 8 minutes plus left for Ulster to get themselves out of jail. Humphreys keeping the ball in hand from deep at the moment. Boss pops it out. Harrison, nice pass. Wallace.
Great footwork from Wallace. If you look at the numbers that Ulster, no numbers there. The fatigue factor's kicking in now.
Mark McCall can't affect the result. Morgan Allen Clark. And a little bit of chat. Gives it another 10 metres, and Casey immediately points to the uprights. And the sort of man walking up that you don't want to see is Barry Everett, the leading London Irish point scorer of all time. Stefan Armitage, the man to get himself over the ball to get the penalty there. So Ulster can only wait and think, what can they do now?
I don't know, they've played, this is their 9th game against English opposition in the Heineken Cup, and they've lost 8 from 8. There's a bit of time left, but it doesn't look like they can turn it around. They're going to have to do something drastic. They're trying to move it too wide, too lateral. They need a bit more penetration in the middle, maybe bringing in Kevin Maggs, getting them through the gain line and then shifting it wider. But they need to do it quick.
Immediately from the 22 or the restart, depending on where Barry Everett puts this one. They're going to need to get possession. London Irish crowd are celebrating, but they'll quieten down now for Barry Everett. Into injury time. Bang on target. Superb kick from Barry Everett. 6 minutes or so left to play.
Was it ever not going over? It's just such a regular kick.
So Niall, who's your Heineken man of the match?
There's been a good few candidates. Leguzamon had an outstanding first half. Geraghty as well, obviously played very well in a big environment. I think my man of the match is that man sitting there. Heineken man of the match, Mike Catt.
Mike Catt. So important. And this is Rautenbach. Hodgson. Everett inside. Murphy unloading, but gives it to Wallace. Wallace still sparky as we go into the 5th minute of injury time. Humphreys. Steinmetz. And still London Irish counter-driving, trying to turn this ball over.
Absolutely so committed still so late in the game. They're hungry for this.
Wonderful.
Bishop. London Irish still firing, still flying.
Absolutely keeping the ball, keeping it driving, giving Ulster no chance. They've men here as well.
Good hands. Armitage straightening and giving. Taking back in bow. What a performance from London Irish. There's the bonus point try and the celebrations begin.
Absolutely super finish there. Armitage responsible for that, in my opinion. In direct contrast to Bartholomew's a couple of minutes ago where the pass didn't go to hand. They've numbers out wide here. You can see the defence has come in. Good catch. She straightens, he draws the man. Bang. In it goes. Easy finish for him then. See Luguzamon. Great control. Just drags in Wallace. Armitage gets the ball into two hands there. The whole Bartholomew's, in he goes.
In the end, Ulster have been well beaten, orchestrated by Mike Catt for so much of the game. He can celebrate the competitive